What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? It's your boy Chris. It's another amazing episode of Financipation. This channel is all about making money, saving money, building generational wealth, and financially emancipating yourself from generational poverty. On this channel, everybody, I give you a six-figure MBA level worth of investing in financial knowledge for free here on YouTube. And the things that people typically spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to learn in grad school and in business school, I give it to you for free here on Financipation. And as a guy who has an MBA, I feel very comfortable telling you that. Before I get started, I also want to give a shout out to Cashapp Solutions. They're one of my sponsors. If you need digital marketing, website development, or something to essentially edit your YouTube videos, they're the best in the business of meeting all of your financial needs. Also, please hit that notification bell so that you know I drop new content, okay? So for this particular podcast, I want to kind of back it up a little bit. I want to talk about different signs that you are doing well financially here in America. But at the end of the day, you measure yourself essentially by your financial peers. And a lot of times there are little subtle signs that you are physically as well as mentally doing that kind of can separate you from your peers, okay? So with that, let's get started. The first sign you're doing well financially in America is that you are financially literate. So what I mean by that is this. Every country and culture, generally speaking, has a language. If you go to certain countries in Asia, they speak Tagalog. If you go to certain countries in Africa, they speak Swahili, they speak French. You go to the United States of America, for the most part, we speak English, Spanish, and Russian in this country. So every particular country, culture, and group of people has a language. And finance, everybody, is literally no different. For instance, if you understand words like compound interest or Roth 401ks or backdoor Roth IRAs or index funds, you are literally light years ahead of most Americans. And if you understand inflation and tax advantage accounts, you will understand how to plan for your retirement comfortably. And you'll also know how to plan for things, once again, like taxes and retirement. For example, if you know your way around inflation and you understand how a Roth IRA or a Roth 401k works, you can easily calculate how much time and monthly investments you are going to need to make between today and the day that you decide to retire. You can easily determine how to hit your Financipation number and how much money you need to invest every month. So the first sign that you're doing well financially in America is that you understand the language of finance and the language of money, and you speak it fluently. Next, the next sign that you are doing well financially in America is that you have a budget and you stick to that thing every month. So I don't care if you make $10,000 a month or you make $10,000 a year. If you book a one-on-one session with me, the first things we're going to talk about is monthly budget and how you can set that thing up correctly. And I don't care whether you are a millionaire or whether you essentially, once again, you make $10,000 a year. At the end of the day, if you book a one-on-one financial session with me, I make sure that we sit down and we go over what your monthly budget is going to be. Because if you have literally no idea how much money you have going out, and you have no idea how much money you have coming in, there is literally no conceivable way you're going to financially emancipate yourself from poverty and build generational wealth. For example, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor, the median salary today in 2024 is $60,000. That means over the course of a year, the average American makes $60,000 a year. So even if you fall above or below that amount, if you spend less money than you make and you set up a budget, it allows you to determine how much money every month you can put towards your investments and how much money you can put towards your emergency fund. Secondly, because if you work, you should at least get one promotion in your life. You need to avoid lifestyle creep. And by lifestyle creep, what I mean by that is this: once you get that promotion, don't go out there and buy another car or another Benz or a lot of expensive jewelry, a lot of expensive clothes. Essentially, maintain the exact same standard of living you had before you get that $4,000 or $5,000 pay raise or that $10,000 or $15,000 pay raise. And I promise you, if you do these things and you stick to that monthly budget and you avoid lifestyle creep, you're building what I like to call healthy financial habits that are going to help you build generational wealth over the upcoming decades. So the next sign you're doing well financially in America is that you have a budget and you stick to it literally every month for decades. Next, the next sign you're doing well financially in America is that you save money every month. And just like I stated earlier, you have an emergency fund. So this goes back to my previous point about needing to have a budget every month, everybody. If you have an itemized budget of what you spend your money on every month, you can start cutting out wasteful and useless spending. These things can include everything from forgotten subscriptions that you no longer use, the too much money essentially spent on happy hours or bars or partying at the club, the too much money spent on expensive dates, and even going on vacations that you're putting on credit cards that you can't afford. Limit everybody as much frivolous spending as possible. And once you do it, you have to determine how much money you are saving every month. And I'm kind of the mindset of this, everybody. You need to figure out what exactly is important for you and spend a lot of money towards that. And then figure out what absolutely is not important to you at all and completely stop spending money on that at all costs. So my advice is from there is to determine your savings to income ratio once you do that, and then to get that number as high as humanly possible. And my advice is also to make sure that you have an emergency fund that can handle 6 to 9 months of your living expenses. So the next sign you're doing well financially in America is that you are saving money every month and you have an emergency fund. Next, the next sign you're doing well financially in America is that you invest money every month. So compound interest, everybody, is a very amazing thing. Essentially, if you put $50 a month into a good total stock market index fund or into a good ETF that tracks the total stock market, over time, that thing is literally going to increase significantly over time. And to be exact, compound interest, everybody, is what me and Einstein like to call the eighth wonder of the world, because essentially, if you put money into it, it's going to continue to increase again and again. Over the last 100 years, the stock market, everybody, has averaged 10%. What that means is that literally every 7 years, the amount of money that you have into these accounts that you put in is going to double. So when you have an itemized budget of how much money you are saving every month, it allows you to quickly determine how much money you can start investing every month. And as I stated earlier, everybody, compounding interest is literally the best force in the universe when it comes to you building your wealth. I have never heard of a person saving their way to $1 billion, but I have heard of families, i.e. the Rockefellers, i.e. the Vanderbilts, i.e. the Carnegies, that have literally invested their way to billions of dollars. So once you have determined your savings to income ratio, quickly determine what your investment income ratio is and get that number literally as high as possible. And if you understand the time-honored principle of investing slowly but surely and efficiently over decades and building wealth over time, and you take the ebbs and the flows of the stock market and market volatility in stride, you are literally light years ahead of your financial peers who listen to every financial quack that they see on shows like Mad Money, and they see on these financial channels that essentially tell you to jump in and out of the market. So the next sign you're doing well financially in America is that you are deliberately investing a portion of your income every month, and you do that for decades. Before I go any further, everybody, please hit the notification button so you know when I drop new content. Please hit that like button, please comment, please share, please subscribe to the video. It helps the algorithm, and I thoroughly enjoy giving you guys free content. Next, you understand good debt versus bad debt. So the next sign you're doing well financially in America is that you understand the difference between good debt and bad debt. For the record, I think any debt that you owe someone else or that you owe the bank is financial bondage and financial enslavement that should be avoided. But what I've started to realize over the years is that, and as I've matured my financial wealth building journey, I've come to the realization that some debt is certainly better than other debt. Having good debt doesn't mean you are a financial mess. And in my opinion, some debt, like student loan debt, housing debt, and debt that allows you to essentially increase your personal value and, most importantly, your personal net worth over time considerably, I consider that good debt. So if you have $65,000 of student loan debt for a medical degree that pays $200,000 a year, that to me is good debt because it allows you to increase your earning potential significantly over time. And bad debt, everybody, is obvious. If you don't have a job and you take out $15,000 on credit cards to pay for a 2-week trip to Europe so that you can stunt on Instagram, and you have literally no idea how you're going to pay that trip off 2 weeks later when you get back home, that to me is stupid debt. And that is the kind of debt that I see so many people my age and younger doing, okay? The average credit card balance in America, everybody, today is $6,500, and it has an annual percentage yield of 22%. You will probably never build any form of meaningful wealth if you maintain credit card balances that high. So my advice is to avoid credit card debt literally at all costs. My advice is to avoid student loan debt literally at all costs, and to apply for as many scholarships as possible so that you can go to college and graduate with as little debt as possible. So additionally, if you fall into the trap of only paying the minimum balance on your high credit cards, you will almost never build any form of meaningful wealth either. I personally always look at debt essentially as akin to fire. And if you control it, it can warm your home and cook your food. But the second you're not careful with that debt, it can quickly leap out of the fireplace and burn down your house and you and your family. The next sign, everybody, you are doing well financially in America is that you understand the difference between good debt and bad debt, and you limit your bad debt literally as much as humanly possible. Next, the next sign that you're doing well financially is that you realize there are more important things in life than money, and you realize that money is only a means to an end. The problem with our society, everybody, is that we're constantly told that you need to make more money. Less than 10% of Americans nationwide make over $100,000. If you follow Instagram, social media, IG, and things like that, they will have you believing that people that make $100,000 are poor or live in Section 8 housing. Outside of New York City, people, if you make over 100K, you are doing extremely well. Doing well isn't everybody, however, is not just about accumulating dollar bills in the bank or filling up your house with more cars and more junk and more stuff that you don't need and that you will never use, and that sense that you're essentially buying to impress people that would never like you to begin with. What really is important, everybody, is knowing how much is enough to live the type of life that you want, so you can have time and energy to focus on the things that really matter to you. For me personally, that's me spending time with my wife and my sons. For me personally, it's me traveling to a different country with my family and introducing them to new cultures. For me personally, it was basically finding the best orthopedic surgeons so they could perform a surgery on my body when I got injured. And I found the same doctor and the same surgeon that essentially worked on John Wall, Jonathan Strasburg, and other professional athletes. That to me is why money is important in life, because it allows you to essentially build up your health and spend time with your family. It allows you to live a type of lifestyle that, typically speaking, poor people cannot do in this country. For me, everybody, destroying the negative stereotypes that exist out there about guys like me is also another reason why I like pushing money. Because let's face it, there are a lot of stereotypes about African-American men when it comes to finance. And I love changing that, because for me, taking the knowledge that I learned when I obtained my MBA and teaching that to as many people as possible is one of the reasons why I started Financipation. The last sign you're doing well financially in America, everybody, is that you realize that there are more important things in life than money. And you realize that money is only a means to an end to provide you the kind of life that you dream about and to help people that are less fortunate than you. This channel, everybody, is all about making money. It's all about saving money. It's all about building generational wealth. And it's all about financially emancipating yourself from generational poverty. You can book a one-on-one session with me at any point, everybody. The link is below. I am not giving you financial advice in this channel. You must make responsible decisions based on the thorough, independent research that you do for yourself. And thanks to everyone for listening. Please follow me on check out my website at www.therealfinancipation.com, Instagram, @thereal_financipation, my Spotify is Financipation, and my TikTok is Financipation. Additionally, everybody, my Facebook page is Financipation as well. And check out my financial blog, Financipation, where I go into a lot more detail about HSAs, exchange traded funds, investment accounts, and things of that nature, real estate and things of that nature. And additionally, everybody, please check out some of my digital, my e-products below as well, and hit that notification bell. Please like, please comment, please share, please subscribe. It helps the algorithm, as I thoroughly enjoy giving you guys free content. And thanks to Killer Solutions for all of these dope graphics. It's your boy Chris. I'm out. Peace.